Hi you winners, and welcome to another Winning Wednesday. Now I'm going to go over the schedule real quick, but after that then I'll talk about what I'm doing with comments and then what's going on for the rest of like October in general and Halloween and things like that. Although I don't exactly know Halloween, but we're going to keep doing spoopy things up until Halloween comes. So to start off, what we've been uploading is a lot of old stuff but some new stuff. So basically I caught up with, since last Winning Wednesday, with some Splatoon. I skipped Salmon Run because I wasn't done with what I wanted to do with the thumbnail, but if you guys could tell, I had created some different colors, so it wasn't just the same thumbnail every time, especially since Splatoon's a game where the colors change all the time. On top of that, I wanted to be at least not as repetitive as possible, unless like it's, you know, something that's going to be short term, like something that's going to be 3 to, or 4, it has to be a minimum of 4, but a 4 to X amount of parts, that'll be the same thing. But seeing as Splatoon's something that's rounds, it's multiple times of doing it, it's a lot of different videos, I'm just gonna like alternate colors instead of do numbers because there is no end in sight for it. So I'll just keep going through the colors. So I have one more that I want to change the colors to, but otherwise I'll keep alternating between the same 4 sets, or the same 4 colors. Then I uploaded the rest of the Tower Unite I had left, and I think that's about it for stuff that's old, except for Friday the 13th. I just realized. I was like, wait, there's one more. Friday the 13th is the other thing that I did a really long time ago, and I'm finally now uploading again because I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna start uploading stuff, which I was thinking this 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm like, I might as well wait till October. So Friday the 13th, spoopy hype for Friday the 13th in October, and then also, you know, just spoopy stuff in general because of Halloween. So that's why Friday the 13th is starting to be uploaded again. I'm gonna try and upload the rest of the parts from that live stream back in like July, I don't know. And then on Friday the 13th, I was thinking about doing a complete just montage of Daco's charity stream Friday the 13th that I did, because there's a lot of not talking that I did since I didn't stream myself doing it. And when I recorded, like, what am I gonna do? Talk to myself? Like, there was no reason, especially in Friday the 13th, where I need other people to play off of with commentary. Because if I'm gonna comment on something, it's stuff I already have commentated on. Because there's only so much in that game that's new, like that nothing was really surprising. But I did record the entire thing. I still have the entire stream. I think it was about 2 hours with them, but that's going to be hacked up into one giant montage of just either the funniest parts with me or me winning or just whatever's going down. That's all just gonna be meshed into one, and that's gonna be uploaded on Friday the 13th because I figure a fun little montage of Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th might be the best way to do it instead of just a round like I've been doing for all the other things. Other than that, everything else is new. So Bendy and the Ink Machine is new. That was chapter 3, all of it I squeezed into one video. I was 21 seconds away from it being an hour. That was, and I talk about my feelings a little bit in the video about what's going down with that series and like how I feel about it. I'll probably go over it more in the last chapter once I've played all of them. I don't really talk about my feelings for games that often in live streams because I like to try and think about them before I say them, and in live streams I can't really do that unless I'm feeding off of what you guys are saying, and you guys tend to bring up a lot of good points that I wouldn't have brought up otherwise. But Bendy is kind of one that I don't necessarily like the direction the gameplay is going, but I like the game and I like the art. So it's kind of like conflicting for me, especially since it's pretty much this last chapter was just literally fluff of fetch quests, and that's all it was. And it seems like every single person who really liked Bendy in the beginning is starting to get really tired of those. So I really, really hope the devs see our videos and go, maybe we should stop doing fetch quests and just not have them anymore. Just have stealth. Just have us working around a scary entity and like trying to get around it to get to our objective, stuff like that, and have it be just one objective instead of trying to find multiple of something. I don't know, but this was expected to be a horror game, so I would like to see more horror. There are some things that were introduced in this chapter that I really enjoyed, that I won't talk about just to avoid spoiling, and I really liked those things being brought into light and shown and used, but they didn't seem to be used as much as they could have been. So there's aspects I do and don't like, and so I hope that they are really watching people's playthroughs and not just getting the comment of the positivity they're getting through their Twitter. Because yes, it is a good idea. The art is amazing. Some of the things you can interact with are fantastically thought through, but they really need to see the feedback that a lot of people have in their videos. So that's my feelings on that. Because I wasn't able to go over that too much in the video, so I'm saying it here. But then the other thing I'm uploading is the assignment. That'll be the next 3 days, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after that, because I want to get them all up before The Evil Within 2 comes out. So this is just my replay of the assignment. I've already played it. If you guys are curious about it and are like, well, I didn't see your first playthrough, that's going to be a link in the description of The Evil Within playthrough, blind, and the assignment, and the consequence, and the executioner. I don't remember if it's all one playthrough, like one playlist, or if I did multiple playlists for them, but I think I did multiple. So I'll put all those links in the description for you guys. But I am replaying the assignment and the consequence. Not the executioner, because it's nothing but like being a boss fighting other bosses. And then I'm not going to replay through The Evil Within, because 1, I don't have time, 2, I don't have that patience. I just don't. And I went on a rant about it in the last vlog, so this is basically just going over that. I played and beat it on Sunday, so I'm uploading it leading up until this next Sunday, where I plan to stream again, I think at noon. And I plan on doing the consequence and finishing that up. I don't know if I can play it in one go, but I think the consequence is actually just shorter than the assignment, so I think it's completely doable for me to do. So I'm just planning on playing and beating it on Sunday, so that way I'm all ready for the next weekend after that, where Friday the 13th, The Evil Within 2 comes out. Again, I don't think I'm going to be streaming it on Friday the 13th, because 1, everyone's going to be, and 2, that's like the perfect opportunity to play Friday the 13th, but we'll see, because that's usually also the day that me and Kita stream, so I don't know if we're going to keep it to me and Kita playing something, even if we can't play the Friday the 13th, or if I'm just going to switch it up and then do Evil Within 2 on Friday, and then figure out what I'm doing with Kita on the weekend. I don't know. I have literally no idea what's going on for next weekend, because I barely have an idea of what's going on this weekend, but that's an idea I have kind of set in place, is finishing all that up before the second game comes out, and then I still have to do the thumbnail for it. So one of these streams this next week are going to be the art thumbnail for The Evil Within 2, because I need to update it with myself and not just have it be only my squid. The thumbnails for the assignment and the consequence are going to be squiddy, and then I'm just putting my chibi over it, because 1, it's 3 parts, and I usually don't do a custom thumbnail for a 3-part thing. Very rare. I have to really like the game or something, like, or just not expect it to be 3 parts, and I thought it was going to be longer. So the assignment, I did hack it up into like really big parts, because I've already done it before, so I didn't want it to take up a lot of days, so I just hacked it up into huge parts, 3 parts. It's gonna be the old thumbnails for both playthroughs, but yeah, I will be having a custom one for The Evil Within 2. Then, the only other thing that I know of is stream schedule wise. I know I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to start creating events tonight, so that way the schedule is up for you guys today for this weekend. I will start to try to get ahead of that. I'm really going to try to start creating a schedule for myself to be on point with several things that I'll talk about in a second. But tomorrow I will be streaming 6 to whenever 8 or 9 Central Standard Time. I'm probably going to have you guys vote on a game again, because I have a few in mind, or I'm going to try and get through the Gamewisp recommendations, or not recommendations, but the requests of the highest tier in Gamewisp, because I have one that's way overdue just because I didn't have a capture card for a while, and they specifically wanted this game that I have, and I did not want to emulate for several reasons, but that is one I want to get through, so I would play like an hour of that, and then I would play an hour of the other person who requested a new game that is something I just got, looks like fun to play, that we could play afterward as a stress relief, because the other one's gonna be quite fun. So I might do that tomorrow, actually, if I can figure out how to get PlayStation 2 hooked up to my, it hooked up to the game capture, and how I'm gonna stream that. That'll be fun, I think, but I think it's important to get through that stuff, so that way I'm caught up on the current person, and I'm not, like, that way I just am caught up in some form or another. But that might be what I do. Because one of them could be considered horror anyway, and the other one seems like fun. And so they'd be just uploads to help fluff in between of Friday the 13th and the Evil Within stuff. Friday, I'm going to be streaming with Kita. We don't know what yet, but that'll be at 6 probably Central Standard Time, because that's what we've been doing. I just had a hair appointment on last Friday, so I couldn't. So it should be 6 p.m. Don't know again what we're doing. We want to play something spoopy. We just haven't decided if we can find something that's co-op that's either cheap or we already have. But if we already have it, chances are we already did it or did it last year. So that's what we kind of have in mind as something spoopy, but we don't know if we want to do co-op or if we want to just do screen share, how clear screen share is going to be, because if we do screen share, the person who is screen sharing and has to live stream, their stream will not be as crystal clear as the other person's. So we're going to try and test some stuff out. But either way, that is happening. Sunday is going to be the consequence, like I said, play all the way through, probably noon. Again, down in the description I'll also have the schedule, so that way if you guys need a visual representation of it. Next week, like I said, I gotta do art. I gotta do the art thumbnail. So that's probably gonna be Tuesday, is my guess, if I can get on Tuesdays. I've been having a hard time doing Tuesdays because I've been using it to catch up on commissions. Yesterday I was actually sick, for those that saw on Twitter. So it's trying to juggle everything. Tuesdays have kind of not been something I've been able to jump on yet, especially since Wednesdays I am with my sister. So I'm trying. So I really would like it to be Tuesday of next week, but if for godforsaken reason, I can't on Tuesday, I will do it Thursday and be rushing it last second before the game comes out Friday. One or the other. But I would like to do it Tuesday just in case I don't finish it. I can finish it up Thursday or what have you. But yeah, that's the plan. Also Sunday, I forgot with uploads, I do plan on uploading a speed paint of the Hellblade thumbnail, and also more Friday the 13th as it keeps coming up. But yeah, those are the plans for streams. And then, like I said, next weekend, I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but spoops. I know spoops. I just don't know what spoops. But that's basically what's going down. This last couple days, like I said, I was sick. I think I must have gotten food poisoning or something, because I did not feel good all of a sudden at 3 in the morning on Monday night, Tuesday morning. And so Tuesday I didn't feel good altogether. I feel okay today. When I eat something, my stomach still kind of feels like tense and tight and hurts a little. But hopefully tomorrow I'm completely good, since I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Crossing all fingers. And then this last weekend, I got my hair did before the stream on Friday. So now it's not as long. Can you believe 3 inches got taken off this hair? Because it does not look like it. It looks exactly the same. Either way, that's what happened. And then Saturday, we went just walking around at a outdoor mall that's nearish by. And just sat down and everything. We just enjoyed the nice weather before fall really hits later, whenever that is. And then Saturday night, got my hair touched up, so now there's not 4 or 5 inches of roots like there was. You can kind of actually see where the hair is darker from how long my roots were. But maybe that's just, no, I'm pretty sure that's actually where the roots were, because my hair was darker there and this was already dyed. Could be wrong, but pretty sure that's how long I waited. So finally it's touched up. And then, like I said, Sunday I streamed and then tried to do more commission stuff. So that's what's been going down, and I already kind of talked about what's going on. But when it comes to comments, like I didn't talk about last week, a lot of you said start fresh. I think almost every single one of you said to just start anew. So what I kind of want to do is go through, just like all the ones that either deserve a like or to show that I read it. Because I have read every single one, like I said. I just haven't been able to get back to you guys. If it's something that really needs a response and hasn't been answered already or anything like that, or it's not, Kat, have you played this game? And it's a game I've already played, I might not respond. Just because you can search my channel. If you really wanted to know, you could have done it that way. Just saying. Just so that way I'm not spending a lot of time answering stuff that's really easy for you guys to search on your own. I'll answer stuff that's stuff only I would know, or stuff that is easy to say, like, oh, their accent wear headphones. That tends to be a very common question. It's really easy for me to respond to that. But basically, I'm going to try and go through, see what's most important that I need to respond to. Otherwise, I'm just going to like everything I've read. And then I was going to start October 1st. We'll see how many of you guys have commented in the last 4 days. Because I don't know if I'm starting this today or tomorrow. But basically, I'll just respond to October ones. I'm trying not to make myself crazy and trying to also take care of myself while also showing you guys that I am reading your shit. So, and it's not shit, just clarify, comments, reading your guys' comments. But that's my plan, and that kind of seems like it's okay with all of you guys. So if that's okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So that way I'm still keeping in contact with you guys, because I know I've been able to do it a lot on Twitch, but not as much on YouTube. So that is the plan. That is what's going down. I think that's about it. I don't really know what else is happening to my knowledge, but I'll always post updates on Twitter, stuff like that. I am kind of doing Inktober-ish. I think I'm gonna just try to attempt to do every other day for now. I'll still call it day 1, day 2, because it's day 1 and day 2 for me, but I think the best goal I can come up with right now is every other day, because I still have to work on commissions and work on the channel and work. So we'll see how that goes, but that's the best I can do as of right now. But I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else that's super important to tell you guys that I haven't yet. If I forgot, I always put in the description being like, hey, I forgot to say this. This is my plan for this. Hey, thanks. That's pretty much, if I forgot something, I'll be there. But I think I've told you guys everything that's important. But I will see you guys in the next Winning Wednesday or playthrough or whatever it is you guys watch. So keep winning, guys.